Welcome back everyone, here we are in part 51 of this Pokemon Blue walkthrough. We are taking down Blaine this time. I left myself outside the Pokemon Center at the end of part 50, leaving me nothing left to do here in this ash-filled Cinnabar Island other than taking down Blaine and getting the 7th of our 8 needed badges. So to do that, I did go do some stuff off screen. It's pretty minor. I gave 3 PP ups to Blastoise and beefed up his Blizzard. You can see right there his moveset is just generally different because I had Ice Beam in place of Blizzard previously. I got rid of Ice Beam instead of Blizzard because it would be kind of be overkill if I were to have 15 Ice type moves. I'm not going to need that many, and I'll need a couple to take down some Dragon Pokemon I face and some powerhouses in the Elite Four, but that's it. So I had no need to have so much PP on those on Ice type moves, and I wanted to be able to have a physical move still to use. So because Blastoise, check his stats, he has pretty decent attack, so I want to take advantage of that. It's even better than his special. So I still wanted to have a physical type move in there. That's why I kept Body Slam. So for taking on Blaine, I'm just going to switch out Blastoise. I want him to be able to get experience points easily. So I'm going to do that right now. I'll be able to get quite a few experience points in the Victory Road. And that will be for Pidgeot and the other guys. But I'm just going to stick with Blastoise for conventional aspects. So, yo, champ in the making. The hot-headed Blaine is a fire Pokemon pro. Douse the spirits with water. You better take some burn heals. Not a chance. Cinnabar Island Pokemon Gym Leader Lane, winning trainers, of course, red. So they have a Mewtwo statue in here. And what you can do for this gym is you can come over here and answer questions from this little box that looks like it's staring you in the face. But I'm not going to be doing that. It's like a vending machine of questions. I'm just going to face the trainers. What normally happens if you answer the question correctly, it's a Pokemon-based question. You don't have to face the guy, but I want the experience points. I was a thief, but I became straight as a trainer. Good. Straighten your life away. Or up, away. That would be the antithesis of that. So this burglar is sending out Growlithe. How quaint. Not like I haven't seen this a million times before. And I believe I have like 10 or 11 rare candies, so I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to divvy those up. I could use them all on one Pokemon and just beef up somebody, or that might save me some time in the end. No, it's probably relative, unless you want to go through some crazy statistical analysis of that for me. You can, but I'll leave the calculus to you. I'm going to play Pokemon for right now. So Vulpix is gone as well. You need a Ninetales. Just going to say that to you. What are you going to pull out? A Fire Spin? Fire Spin is a joke of a move. Never teach it to your Pokemon. Sure, you can do 15 damage on you. It might burn you up. Might stick you in the middle of a fire vortex. Fireball spinning around you. But it ain't worth your time or even consideration. So just forget the Fire Spin. So down goes Burglar. I surrender. Let's see what he says afterwards. Oh, thank you for the gate. I can't help stealing other people's Pokemon. Well, let me check my pack. I got 6 more. You failed. So if this is another burglar, do you know how hot Pokemon Fire breathe? How hot Pokemon Fire breath can get? Jeez, for some reason that was a mouthful, or just my incompetency as a reader. So you're just super nerd. You're gonna tell me the exact degree in both Celsius and Fahrenheit. Might as well be telling me it in Kelvin as well. Oh, is that too difficult for you? Says the super nerd. Well, is my Blastoise too difficult for you? Says the Brock. And down goes Vulpix. So you can see right here that pretty much any Pokemon in your crew will be able to take down these Pokemon within Blaine's gym. That's if you actually have trained some of your Pokemon. But even if they're up to level 40, you'll be able to fare very well, especially if you have a good, ground rock, water type Pokemon. So here comes another Ninetales, and I'm just going to stick with Surf right now. I'm going to save the big boys and Hydro Pump and Blizzard for our friend Blaine out there in the northwest corner of this gym. and taking down Ninetales for the experience points there. So defeated this super nerd. Yow, hot, hot, hot. Wet. It was actually very damp. Fire, or to be more precise, combustion. Blah, 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 blah. As I foresaw, he would go on a boring tirade. So, what is with the narrow hallway there, Blaine? Didn't realize you didn't have as much real estate as you thought, or are you just messing with me? You can't win. I've studied Pokemon totally. Well, first of all, I don't even understand how totally can be used along with studying Pokemon, other than if you're like a 15-year-old girl, teenager. Not, you know, I don't know if any 15-year-old girl teenagers are watching this. I don't want to offend any of you, and if you are, you're probably very intelligent because you don't go and watch the unintelligent walkthroughs of Pokemon Blue. Not saying mine's intelligent, it's a little bit more on the civilized end at least, but totally is very commonly used by at least my teenagers I know. I don't know about you. I'm a teenager still, but you know, I'm just gonna drop that topic right now. I don't know where I was going with that. So Growlithe is gonna be pulled out now, and another thing about studying Pokemon, well, you got about 500 more to study. That's why I'm so overwhelmed by all the other generations. I mean, 1 and 2 kept it simple. 3 with all these caveats in there. Pokemon you can't see the Pokédexes. I can't even follow it. Wow, my studies failed you. F. My theories are too complicated for you. Well, they're too complicated for your Pokemon because they got befuddled by me. I just like using fire Pokemon. Well, I think you're not alone. I do believe that fire Pokemon are probably the most popular in general. Water Pokemon and grass, I just been able to, you know, pick that out over my exposure to Pokemon commentaries, just conversations that they take a back burner, haha, no pun intended, to the fire type Pokemon. Psychic type Pokemon are surprisingly pretty popular as well. Too hot to handle. Me, you, Pokemon, me. I wish there was a thief Pokemon. I'd use that. There is a thief type move. Just wait to the 2nd generation. Or is it even the 1st? I can't remember. I know why Blaine became a trainer. Reveal the secrets to me, my young Padawan. So he's got one Pokemon. Let's see. It's a Rapidash. Look at that sprite. I'm not a fan of it compared to the yellow sprite. Pokemon Yellow. Rapidash kind of. It's a disappointing sprite there. You look like you're from My Little Pony. And I don't want to be equating My Little Pony to a game that I'm playing in walkthrough, because that just dehumanizes me and demanlies me. So, ow. I know, surfing is just painful. Blaine was lost in the mountains when a fiery bird Pokemon appeared. Its light enabled Blaine to find his way down. Wonder who that would be. Molten Moltres. I've been to many gyms, but this is my favorite. Little bias going on there, just a smidge of bias. So Burglar is going to send out a boring team of Vulpixes. It's probably going to be multiple Pokemon as well, because I wasn't looking at the number of Pokeballs there. I could even use Body Slam and probably take down this dog, but I'm going to stay away from that. Or Fox picks. So bring on a Ninetales. It might make me a little bit happy. Growlithe, how boring. Don't you use Fire Spin. Try to avoid that in all its entirety. Growlithe is great when you have them as an Arcanine, that's for sure. Although you're not going to be able to go, or you're not going to have a totally effective Pokemon if you immediately use a Fire Stone on Growlithe. You're not going to have Flamethrower. Yowza, too hot. Or Fire Blast, I believe. Use Fire Pokemon fans like Ponyta and us Fire Pokemon fans like Ponyta and Ninetales. So, one more gate to Fat Man Blaine. He definitely doesn't look like that. You did a bad job, Generation 1. Fire is weak against H2O. 2 hydrogen atoms, 1 oxygen. As he was saying. You're so sophisticated. What's the atomic weight of it? Atomic mass, excuse me. Atomic number. I'm done with chemistry. Finished last year, so going to let those questions be answered by the super nerd, who once again is befuzzled by my ability to use Surf up and down the ranks of the Pokemon here in Blaine's gym. So another Vulpix, and they can get more creative. Why can't you pull out a Magmar? Magmar's not even used once. Not even Blaine has a Magmar. Just totally neglects him. Okay, we're gonna neglect you, Magmar. But there aren't that many Fire-type Pokemon in the first generation. Oh, it's not that. That makes it so popular for people to choose Charmander. Water beats fire, but fire melts ice. So I won't be using ice against Blaine. You'd think there'd be an item up here, but there ain't, I can assure you. So here's Blaine. Definitely doesn't look like him. I'm running circles around you. Ha! I'm Blaine. I am the leader of Cinnabar Gym. My fire Pokemon will incinerate all challengers. Ha! You better have Burn Heal. Well, I like your gym more in the anime than I do now, with lava circling around it. Your gym's kind of Blaine. Plain or bland. A mix of plain and bland. That's how I see you. So I'm going to use Body Slam. Not saying it'll knock him completely out, but it does. And that's why I kept him, because Ice Beam would have no dice. So Ponyta. Generally fire Pokemon have weak or have low defense unless you're Macargo. So I'm going to take advantage of that, and I have no more Surf, although I could use the elixirs I had, the ethers. But I'm going to stick with my Body Slam there, and I'm going to pull out the Hydro Pup now because it's a little bit neglected. He has 4 Pokemon, obviously, as you can see. The only threat that he has basically is Arcanine, because all the other guys either have like Stomp, Tail Whoop, Growl, or Fire Spin or Ember, and those moves will not hurt you at all up at this stage in the game. His Arcanine is the only Arcanine. I think it's Arcanine because a canine that's how you say it in English for a canine. And I don't like the sprite there. It looks like some shriveled up dog. He has Fire Blast, and that's why he's the only threat to you, I believe. So the first time, oh, that was intelligent. I'm gonna use a Super Potion. Yeah, people say you're crazy. I can see why they're use a Super Potion on a completely healthy Arcanine. So down goes Battle Pokemon, and down goes Cinnabar Island, sinking amongst the ranks of the Titanic. So I defeated Blaine. I'm getting my 7th badge now. I have burnt out. You have earned the Volcano Badge. So he gives me a good chunk of money. Ha! The Volcano Badge heightens the special abilities of your Pokemon. Here, you can have this too. TM38. TM38 contains Fire Blast. Teach it to your Fire-type Pokemon. Charmeleon or Ponyta would be good bets. So thank you, and that was the one TM I was waiting, and basically the last TM I'll be teaching to any of my Pokemon. At least that's what the plan is. I'm not going to teach it to Boulder, although that would be crazy, and Rex Kondo, they have poor specials, so I'm going to leave it to Ninetales as you would expect. And I'm going to ditch, let's see what I'm going to ditch. I'm going to ditch Ember. Actually, since I have Swift, and that's good enough for the quick attack, I'm just going to leave Ember and Flamethrower as is, and I'm going to keep Swift. Might as well bring out Fire Blast. You can't have too much diversity with Fire-type Pokemon, so I won't have some creative learn set there. So I'm just going to stick with what I have, and we're going to scamper on out of this gym, go over to heal my Pokemon real quick, and we're on to Route 21, the final C route in this game. I wouldn't really count the Elite Four as a C route, Victory Road. That's just a weird conglomeration of... I didn't talk to this guy. I'll give him a shout out. Brock, you beat that Firebrand. Okay, that was worthless. So I'm going to head down to Pokemon Center like I said. And a couple things going on in the mart off screen. I'm not going to really cover it. I just sold some items. And we're going to heal up really quickly. So on Route 21, which we'll be heading on in a second, like I said, we'll be embarking off of Cinnabar's lowly port at the northern edge of the city, of the town, the island, Glitch Island, Tech Island, has all sorts of names. You're going to face 9 trainers here on the last C route that you probably would be coming on, Route 21. So I'm going to pull up Blastoise, and he's at level 56, so I'm going to switch out to my next best bet. I'm going to get Big Bird up to level 57, and then I might use Rex Kondo, but we'll see from there. And I'm going to serve with Blastoise. So you face 9 trainers here on Route 21, the C route. You can go down to Cinnabar Island, western side there. No need to do that though. You're not going to run into any new Pokemon unless you're pulling off the glitches. You're obviously going to see a whole freaking number of tentacles, and that is the epitome of worthless right there. And we're just going to head up a little bit more and run into the first trainer. I'm not sure if they're all swimmers. I believe some of them are fishermen. It's because there's a couple islands here on the way, making it could be any Pokemon or any type of trainer. And on Route 19, there's no new items either, so there's not like you're going to be doing a whole lot here on Route 19 other than getting experience points. And at this point in the game, if you especially have a good grass type Pokemon or even a electric type, you definitely want to take advantage of these trainers to get them up, get good experience points for them, because it'll be easier for them to just mow through all of these guys. You might as well take advantage of situations like that. So we're going to face this first trainer. Feel the sun and the wind. So he's enjoying the elements. Another thing I wanted to add about Route 21 though, there is one Pokemon that you can catch surprisingly, as you'd think. Most of this would be a C route, and I pretty much covered all the C-based Pokemon that I would be looking to capture. You can get, because Route 21 extends onto the southern half of Pallet Town, where there's a grass patch, you can get Tanglas at levels 28 to 32 in red and blue at a 10% occurrence rate, on Route 21 in the grass patch south of Pallet Town. So I will be heading up there, and I will be getting myself a Tangela. Like I said before, you can trade, forgot what Pokemon it was exactly. You can trade a Venonat for a Tangela, but I'm just going to stick with catching the Tangela because I want to show you that cool caveat or tidbit woven into Pallet Town on Route 21 that you can capture a Tangela, a new Pokemon for you. So down goes that swimmer. Yeah, I lost. No money there. I'm sunburnt to a crisp, and you're windburnt as well, apparently. Right now, I'm in a triathlon meet, and he's deciding to sacrifice his time to face me. Well, I am the Pokemon legend, so I guess that is a wise decision on his part. And he's using a Staryu. I can see how stupid he is. So I'm going to use Wing Attack real quickly or knock this guy out, and then I don't know if it's totally interesting, but there's a bit of trivia here for Route 21 as well. In Generation 2 and including Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Mr. Mime can be found. Here's a Wartortle, that's pretty cool. Mr. Mime can be found in the grassy area south of Pallet Town. And I'm not exactly sure how this references to the events of the anime, but it's supposed to reference to the anime and Mr. Mime, because I believe Mr. Mime has quite a role in the first generation of the anime. Not that I haven't watched a ton of it. I've watched like 4 or 5 episodes in my time. Pan. I beat, but I still had the bike race and marathon left. Where are you biking? On the cycling road? Where are you running? Okay, I'm not going to question him. I caught all my Pokemon at sea. Well, apparently, or I guess what you said justifies you because you're just sitting in the same spot. And here's a Starmie, nice. Justify sitting in the same spot the entirety of your life. And I'm going to use Fly because it's underused, and I want to see what Starmie has in its learn set. Harden! Okay. Metapodding it up here. And Starmie has pretty good defenses, you can probably tell. You probably know that going in. So I'm just going to use Fly again, my most powerful powerful move. And the ill effects of Harden and wasting your moves coming through there. So Big Bird up to level 56. Diver down. Where'd you catch your Pokemon? I don't remember. I have amnesia. Not gonna tell you, bro. Got mine at the Black Market. So got 2, looks like fishermen here. I'm just gonna come down a little bit south this little island, check see if there are any more trainers that I skipped over. Oh, we get a Tentacool. How great. So I'm not gonna jump into facing these 2 trainers on this little dock, I guess you would call it a dock, little island here. Where'd you catch her? Okay, here in Route 21. So I'm just gonna chill here, face 3 Pokemon trainers so far, so we got 6 more to go, and then I'll be going to Viridian City to face my final gym leader. And so that's it for part 51. It's a good one. We got to see Blaine up close and personal. But he got to see Blastoise up close and personal, so that was good. So I'll see you guys in part 52.